Welcome to your mat. We begin with 2 minutes of sacred silence. Build a tall seat, or if you'd like, begin in child's pose or Savasana. Close your eyes and tune inside to that place that is pure, that is committed. And breathe into the space. With your eyes closed, take an inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Twice more. Keep expanding the breath in through the nose. Open mouth, sigh. One more. Let it go. Seal your lips, deep breath in. Deep breath out. Stoking your Ujjayi breath. If you're on your back, you can reach your arms up above your head. If you're in child's pose, start to press up to tabletop. And if you're on your seat, start to move the arms with your breath. Those of you on your back, perhaps pulling one knee in towards your chest on the exhale. Inhaling, finding a full body stretch, and exhale, equalize on the other side. Just a few moments of free form movement as you begin to connect breath with body. Using the breath as this doorway back to the present moment. And we'll eventually meet on our seats, gathering hands at heart and blinking the eyes open, allowing the light to come to you. And we'll begin our practice with one resounding round of the syllable Om. It's a bit of participation to announce to your nervous system that something different's going on and to connect with all living beings around the world. Gather your hands in front of your heart, eyes open or closed. Inhale for Om. Breathe in and breathe out. Build your first tabletop position. Hands underneath shoulders, knees backing up beneath the hips. hips. And right away, sink down into a child's pose. Tap your hips to your heels. Rest your forehead on the ground. Inhale, walk your fingers forward. Exhale, sink the hips a little lower. Deep breath in around the back of the heart. Fill up. Exhale, sink further into the earth. Let the earth hold you. Then lift right on up to tabletop. Come through a cow pose. Heart shines up. Tailbone tilts up. Cat pose. Round your spine. Descending through the tailbone. See if you can look all the way down to your belly button. Twice more. Inhale through your cow. Exhale through cat. And if you'd like, you can move off of this center line as we take about 10 more breaths, either in cat-cow or exploring circular movements. So it can feel nice to take the belly button in circles around and down one direction, around like a wave to the other. Or if you're playing in your cat-cows, perhaps involving the shoulders rolling through the joint. And as you play with opening up your spine and every joint of your body, pay attention also to the hands. When I practice on my hands, I'm almost always as wide as my mat. For some of my guys out there, you might even be pouring your pinkies off the side of your mat. So a nice wide foundation. Let's meet up with a neutral spine. Neutral spine. My palms are flat, radiating into the earth. Micro bend the elbows so the eyes of the elbows point towards one another, and then shift forward so that your shoulders are just over the fingertips. Beautiful. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Lift the hips up and drip the heart towards your thighs. From downward facing dog, start to walk forward. Little tiptoes all the way to the top of your mat. You'll end up in a forward fold. Feet to hands, take a halfway lift. Lift your fingers to your shin bones so you discover your flat back. Shoulders behind the heart, knees just a bit soft, tailbone even with the floor. On an exhale, forward fold. Explore this movement twice more. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the crown forward. Exhale, drop the weight of your head. Press into the heels to rise up to standing. Find your full mountain pose, driving the feet into the floor, full height, fingers to sky. Then grab hold of your left wrist and lift up and over to the right, a side bend. You can peek underneath the left armpit. Inhale, reach up, release the bind. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, reach up. My hip points are furthermost in my body as I take a little tiny back bend. Exhale, hands through heart, forward fold. Halfway lift. And step back to your first high plank position. Microbend the elbows, shoulders just beyond the fingertips. You can drop your knees for more support or keep the knees straight and strong and lower as if your body was one plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Flip the feet over. Shoelace side of the feet presses. Upward facing dog. See about floating the thighs. Lifting the heart. Shoulders well away from the ears. Gaze straight ahead. Downward facing dog. Lift the hips. Return to home base. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. On empty, bend your knees. Look forward. Travel feet to hands. Maybe just a step or again, a short walk. Halfway lift to fold. Roll up to standing. Find your side bend to the right. Back to standing. Take it to the left. Inhale, standing back bend. Exhale, fold in half. Halfway lift. High plank to low. Use one exhale to travel into Chaturanga Dandasana. Elbows are over the wrists. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Bottom of the third exhale, walk, step, or jump. So we repeat this Sun A, half lift and a fold. Shoot up to standing. And through the repetition, see if you can become a bit more intelligent in how you recruit the big muscles of the body. Start to find these kinetic lines. Hinge from the hips, fold forward. Halfway lift. Step back, high to low plank. Pull the heart forward, up dog, and then hug in the core to glide back downward facing dog. Walk, step, or perhaps jump, half lift, fold, rise up to standing, and start to play through these shapes. Side bend to either direction. Inhales lift you, exhales take you closer to the ground. Once again, through our low flow, high to low plank, upward facing. And what you find as you start to move past those bits of physical resistance in your practice, that on the other side of resistance is flow. Maybe you can tap into this on this final round of your Sun A. Walk, step, or jump. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. From your tall mountain, a side bend either direction. Toss it up and back. And bow. Well done. From your downward facing dog, go ahead and drop your knees to the ground and sit back on your heels in Virasana. If sitting on your heels becomes uncomfortable in any way, you can grab a pillow, place it between your heels and your hips. From this Virasana, we'll come into a breathing practice called Virata, intense breathing exercise. Reach your arms out wide like wings. On the inhale, you'll breathe through your nose, open the wings behind you. And on the exhale, let it go through the lips. Expanding your lung capacity, your lung health. Perhaps even realizing what a privilege it is to be able to move like this, to be able to increase your capacity for growth, for lung capacity, for health, for your capacity to meet the stressors of life. Human beings are so interesting. We're the only sentient being that can be surrounded by comforts and ease and safety and yet still be stressful inside of ourselves. But on the flip side of that is this idea that we can be in a stressful situation and yet be easeful inside of ourselves. You are responsible for the state of your consciousness. Last 3. Open the arms up, open the eyes. Expand. And then reach your arms straight up above you. Earth to sky, get tall. Squeeze your thighs together, squeeze into your center line. Reach, 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 reach. Create upward moving energy. Perhaps you pull in your roots, muscles at the base of the spine, they hug in. Shambhavi Mudra, close your eyes and turn them up to the center of the forehead, the pineal gland, known as the third eye. Wake up, push up. Last 3, 2. On 1, you can cactus your arms and let the hands float all the way back to the floor. From here, we'll set up our Sun B cycle. Again, we'll start a bit slow and then the flow will become yours. You get to play with it. Move maybe even above or behind my pace. So I'll meet up in downward facing dog. Walk the dog a bit. Straighten out the legs one at a time. And we'll start by moving back to the top of the mat. And you can do that by walking, stepping, or jumping feet to hands. Halfway lift up. Fold. Chair pose, sink the hips down, reach the arms up. And when you open to the right, I want you to do an open arm twist. So right arm reaches behind you, left arm stretches out in front of you. And as we play with this shape, you can be in this kind of high chair or you can challenge yourself, low chair. Whew. Inhale, chair. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Inhale, standing back bend. So from your chair, unravel the front line of your body. Paint the sky with your fingertips. Maybe see back behind you. And forward fold. Hinge from the hips. Nose all the way to the knees. Halfway lift. High to low plank. Up dog. Down dog. Pick up your right leg. Three-legged kick. And on the exhale, step the foot between the hands. Left heel lands for warrior 2 feet. It's a nice long stance. Right knee above the right ankle. Reach the left arm forward and ravel up to a reverse warrior. So left hand comes to the back thigh, right arm reaches up to kind of high five the wall behind you. Beautiful. Skandasana at the back of the mat. Take the arms around, straighten the right leg, bend into the left knee. It's kind of like a half squat at the back of the mat. To protect your knees, let that right toe come up from the floor. It's okay if your left heel is off the floor as well. Simple twist. Glide to the front of your mat. Stamp the left hand down. Reach the right arm open. And that's your sun B, high to low plank. Up dog, down dog. From down dog, sweep the left heel high. Exhale, step the foot, land the back heel. Lasso up, reverse warrior. And then take it right into your half squat, Skandasana. Simple twist to the top of the mat. Stamp the right hand, reach the left arm open. Exhale, high to low plank. Up dog, downward facing dog. 3 rounds of breath in down dog, like a reset. And if you need to drop into child's pose, you're always 1 breath away from child's pose. And 1 breath away from maybe a handstand. Walk forward or jump. Halfway lift, fold. Chair pose, inhale. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Inhale, chair. Twist to the left. Standing back bend. And then drape forward. Halfway lift. High to low, plank, upward dog, down dog. Right leg lifts. Exhale, step the foot. Reverse warrior, Skandasana. Simple twist, chaturanga. Upward facing, downward facing. Left leg lifts, step the foot. Reverse warrior. Half squat, back of the mat. Simple twist, lift the left arm. Exhale, low plank, shoulders beyond the fingertips. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. Breathe. Bottom of the third exhale, walk, step, or float. Half lift, fold. Chair pose. Open arm twist both ways. Standing back bend, forward fold, halfway lift, high to low plank. Up dog, down dog. Then pick up the right leg, begin again. Warrior 2 feet to reverse warrior. Skandasana, back of the mat. Simple twist, high to low. Open the heart, down dog. Left leg lifts to step. Reverse warrior. Skandasana. Simple twist. Chaturanga, Dandasana. Upward facing, downward facing dog. Settle your gaze. Bottom of the third exhale, travel feet to hands. Half lift, fold. Chair. Open arm twist both ways. Forward fold. Step or jump. If you jump, always land in that shocking, easy bent elbow shape. Up dog, down dog. Right leg begins. Step the foot. Reverse it. Skandasana, maybe no hands. Simple twist. High to low. Travel to the left side. Reverse warrior. Skandasana. Simple twist. And flow. Yogis, you got one more round of these sun bees. See if you can smooth out the muscles around your eyes, your eye gaze itself. Feel into the power of your physical body. Turn on. Walk, step, or jump top of your mat. Chair. Open twist. Back to chair. Twist the other way. Standing back bend. Fold. Half lift. Step or jump back. Open up to press back. Right leg lifts. Warrior 2 feet. Reverse it. Skandasana. Simple twist. High to low plank. Finish it out on the left side. You got it. Reverse warrior. Skandasana. Simple twist. And flow. Downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, drop your knees for child's pose. Well deserved. Rest your forehead at the weight of your arms. Be held by the earth. And breathe. Reach your hands as far forward as they will go. As you lift your forearms, drag your shoulders away from your ears. Feel that activation along your upper back. Keep that activation as if you're closing your scapula behind your heart. Lift up into table. Downward facing dog. So we'll build our final series, our sun C. We'll build it in chunks. So see if you can have some fun here. You'll need space on either side of your mat. So if you need to take a moment to adjust your space, do so. Here we go. Pick up your right leg on an inhale. Exhale, right knee to right shoulder. Come forward into your high plank as you give that shoulder a tap. Inhale, kick the leg up. Exhale to fallen star. Knee to left shoulder, and then extend the right heel to the outside of your mat and reach the left arm open. So my heels are on the ground. My hips are reaching up, 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 up. My whole body is active. Exhale, sit it down, preparing for a wide-legged twist. You'll turn, right arm reaches for left leg, bow your head. Oh yes. Spin around to the front of your mat, plant your hands, and come up with this funky high plank with the right leg still out to the side. Exhale, low push-up. Inhale, three-legged kick. Exhale, just take it on to downward facing dog. Pick up the left leg, in breath. Exhale, left knee to left side shoulder, tap. Inhale, kick. Exhale, fallen star. Slide left heel all the way out to the side. Pick up the right arm, unravel. And then sit your butt down. Wide-legged twist, left arm to right foot. Spin back to the top of your mat, funky push-up, bend the elbows. Inhale, pick up the left leg, downward facing dog. Now we add on. Inhale, pick up the right leg. Exhale, right knee to right shoulder, tap. Inhale, kick. Exhale, fallen star. Inhale, lift the arm. Exhale, sit your butt and twist. Funky push-up, both hands at the top of the mat. Bend the elbows, pick up the right leg. Exhale, step the foot. High crescent lunge. Reach your arms up. High crescent, my left heel is above the left ball of foot. Exhale, open arm twist to your right. As you take your open arm twist, bend the back knee, give it a nice little tap, get low, and then reverse revolve crescent lunge. Relift the back knee, drop the right hands to the back thigh, sweep the left arm open, open, open. On the exhale, star pose, left blade of your mat. Exhale, hands to heart. Bend both knees. We call it a goddess squat. Thunderbolt, back of the mat. You'll turn all 10 toes towards the back of your mat. Reach your arms up at about a 45-degree angle. Hover your hands Beyond your mat, warrior 3, tip up. Perhaps hands at heart, perhaps hands reaching above you. And then hug knee behind knee for Shiva squats. Beautiful. Come on up to standing. Reach your arms above your shoulders, knee to chest. Figure 4 pose, right ankle crosses over left. Knee, sink down again, hands at heart. Take that right hand, grab hold of your right big toe. Standing leg raise, Utthita Hasta. Lift up, extend your right leg to the right, left arm to the left. If that's not available in your body, you can always grab on to the outside of the right knee and come up to a bent knee variation. All right, that's your flow. Step the right foot back and pick up the left leg. Inhale, exhale, left knee to left shoulder, tap. Inhale, kick. Exhale, slide the left heel to the side of your mat, star pose. Sit your butt down, wide-legged twist. Spin back to the top of your mat, funky push-up. Inhale, 3-legged kick. Exhale, step the foot. You've got high crescent, open arm twist to the left. Tap the back knee. Reverse revolve, lift the knee, sweep the right arm up and back. Spin open, star pose. One time, goddess squat, bend the knees, goddess. Thunderbolts, warrior 3. Full extension, Shiva squat. Up to standing, figure 4. Full expression, and flow it back. All right, virtual yogis, we've got one more round, all the way around the mat. Starting with your right leg, cross the body, open up, start to dance. Got the twist, funky push up. Inhale, lift, exhale, step. High crescent, open arm twist. Tap to lift higher, star pose. Goddess, thunderbolts, warrior 3. Full warrior 3. Shiva squats. Up to standing. Open your hip. Open your heart. Let it go. Left leg lifts up for your infinity flow. From fallen star, twist. Funky push-up. Left leg lifts. Step the foot for high crescent. Open arm twist to tap the knee. Reverse revolve. Star pose. Goddess. Thunderbolts. Warrior 3. Full extension, warrior 3. Knee behind knee. Stand up. Figure 4. Grab the big toe or the inside of the left knee. Open up. And let it drop. Pick up your right leg one more time. And come down into downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, lift your heels. Sink them back down. Then lift your heels and your hips and come forward. High plank position. So that flow we were seeking on the other side of resistance. Feel it pulsing through your physical body. Press the floor away. Press the floor away. And in that same way, press your heels back behind you. Pull the crown of your head forward. And then recruit. Turn on your arms. Turn on your legs. Squeezing muscle around bone. Squeezing into your center line. Brace your core. Stay for 5 breaths. Downward facing dog. Lift the hips and drop your head. Downward facing dog. So with this practice, we ignite that fire inside. With that fire ignited, I want you to imagine you're taking a log, a dry, crackling, brittle log, and you're throwing it on this fire of your spirit. And that's where the real transformation happens. Go ahead and drop your forearms to the floor. Dolphin pose. Dolphin pose. You want to take as much of a angle out of your shoulders. Sometimes I see the mistake of Students with their shoulders over their elbows, I want you to pull the shoulders back, opening through the armpits. And as much as you can, create a straight line between your elbows all the way up to your tailbone. Keep pressing down through the palms, pressing down through the forearms where they touch the ground. And even as you get strong here in this log practice, burning bright, settle your eye gaze. Smooth out the edges of your breath. Humans are so interesting. We can take a perfectly safe and comfortable situation and be filled with stress, or we can take a stressful situation and be filled with calm and ease. And only you have the responsibility, the capability to choose. And that choice happens right here in your practice. Because on the yoga mat, it doesn't really matter if you drop your knees. This is just for you. All right, yogis, walk your feet a little closer to your elbows. And from here, pick up the right leg. Pick up just the right leg. Nice. So the right big toe is lifting, the inner right thigh is spinning up towards the ceiling. You're going to take that right leg like you are a dog and there is a fire hydrant next to you. I want you to open the right leg to the right. Where can you soften in this moment around your neck or your eyes or the edges of your own breath? Stay for 3, 2. Bring the right leg back to center. Lift it as high as you can, coming onto opposite tippy toes. Whew. And then come on down and rest in child's pose. If you'd like, you can even take your child's pose arms behind you. From your child's pose, reach your arms forward, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, come forward to a high plank. Gently lower through chaturanga all the way to your belly, forehead to the ground. Reach your arms back behind you. Press the palms into the floor. Reach your toes a little further back for a low locust pose. Forehead to ground, lift up. My hands are still pressing. Now lift the legs, lift the arms, and fly. Toes reaching towards the wall behind you. Collarbone spreading towards the front edge of your mat. And expand open. Lasers coming through your fingertips. Reach, reach, reach. One more inhale. Exhale, forehead to floor. Hands under the shoulders. Lift up, knees down, tabletop. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog, downward facing dog. And from that down dog, come on in to dolphin pose. Drop your forearms. Breathe. Walk your toes a bit closer to your elbows. With your left heels, your right foot sinking on the ground, pick up the left leg. Turn on. This is that point of the practice where hold nothing back. So that means 100% at work, both feet in, or drop into child's pose. Take a couple breaths and then rejoin us. Dolphin pose, left leg high, and then dolphin pose, left leg out to the side. 3 more breaths. Let that left leg drift back to center. Lift to your highest point. Tip up. And come on down. Sit back on your heels. Sit up tall. Hero's pose, hands, palms up on your thighs. Just breathe. Feel the life force energy pulsing through you. Allow the life force energy to pulse through you. And keeping our yin practice pretty simple today, we'll come into a caterpillar pose or a seated forward fold. So knees can be a little bit soft, heels a little further apart than usual. And start to slide the hands forward for a simple forward fold. Using your physical body as the immediate doorway to this present moment, stay with the real sensations that you're feeling, the opening of your tendons and ligaments, the brush of breath inside your nostrils, your connections to the earth. 5 more breaths. Allow your body to melt, even if your shoulders are a little round. Surrender. And when we come up from our seated forward fold, use the strength of your arms to paddle up to a tall seat. And come into Savasana, your final resting pose. Take up space in your Savasana. Let the ankles flop out, palms facing up. Savasana, an attentive rest. About 2 minutes to go nowhere and do nothing as I guide you into corpse pose. imagine a cloud of cooling, healing white light just beyond the soles of your feet. In your mind's eye, see this cooling white cloud, perhaps effervescent. And the cloud starts to flow towards the soles of your feet, and as it touches the soles of your feet, the feet relax and are healed. And in your mind's eye, you watch this cloud continue to flow up, touching and relaxing your ankles, your calves, coaxing the kneecaps to release and the thighs to melt. And it reaches your hips, which become heavy on the mat, and your belly, which begins to slow and heal. The muscles of your back relax and release. The muscles of your chest and your collarbones melt. Your palms become heavy as they open easy to the sky, and your arms start to drift back. It's at your shoulders now, which completely relax the muscles of your throat. And as the white cloud begins to envelope your crown, you feel the muscles of your face relax. Your eyes roll back in their sockets. And finally, the scalp relaxes, and that tip of skin where your hairline meets your neck, that relaxes too. Without moving a muscle, see if you can watch your breath like a witness to the miracle of your body breathing. Start to bring yourself back, taking control of the breath. Expansive inhales. Maybe letting a sigh escape between the lips. Start to move hands and feet. Taking a full body stretch. And gather in your knees. Catch a ride up to a seat. Sailing your practice with hands at heart. Taking a moment to expand out beyond your own self to your loved ones, to those who take care of all of us. and to those who need it most. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy, healthy, and free. Namaste. Hari Om Tat Sat.